What are some things that you would like to see changed in Raid Shadow Legends? Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So today, this is kind of a two-parter. Today I'm going to talk about some of the little areas in the game where I would like to see them make changes. I'm going to try to be more constructive with this. I don't just want to complain, right? I feel like Plarium has taken some steps in the right direction. We've recently talked, at least at this point, about things that I wish they didn't do with the Forge Pass, but while that was kind of a complaint about the Forge Pass, I do want to talk a little more proactive. What are some changes that I think they could really make to improve areas of the game? So, but why, in the intro, did I ask what you guys want to see? Well, I would love your comments. If you guys want to put some stuff down in the comments about things that you would like to see changed in Raid Shadow Legends, I would love to take those comments and make a follow-up video on them, just talking about some of your ideas and see, what give you my thoughts on them, and then you guys can also see what the rest of the community thinks as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and while you're there, if you might want to consider liking and subscribing, it would always help out the video and help out the channel, of course, as well. So let's get started. Number one is pretty obvious, and that is going to be the time problem. So the time of recording this is Wednesday evening. I really was looking forward to a short recording and getting to bed a little early tonight. I was kind of excited for it. That was not a scripted yawn. That was a legitimate yawn. Please leave that in, editor, because it kind of symbolizes that I would have liked to have been in bed a little while ago. But why am I not? Well, it's Wednesday. It's Chimera night. Now, I understand I could have done Chimera at a different time. It is what it is. I'm a procrastinator. But I had to make some compromises today on Chimera, right? Listen up. I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. With Chimera, I need to manual it to be able to get the desired score. I autoed it today. I only got 82.25 million, right? I'm under my requirement. I can get the Grandmaster chest, which is still better, right? That's 2, or that's going to be 4 if we kill it, of the Nightmare chests. So I'm not that upset about that, but it sucks to have to make compromises because I can normally get that 112 damage, no problem. And I manualed it, but I couldn't manual it more than once. So whatever went differently or went wrong in that run, if I wanted to change some gear out, if I wanted to make some little minor improvements and try and find that extra couple million damage, I'm not able to experiment with that. And that kind of sucks. Like, honestly, I'm a little annoyed and frustrated by that, right? Which is kind of what prompted this video. Time in game is a problem. And they've recently talked about not having any plans for quick battles in Chimera, and I really think the game needs it. I kind of understand a little bit of why they don't, because it's a little easier boss than Hydra. I think the idea with Hydra quick battles is like you can try a couple, right? Here, I think that, even if they give you a couple, those couple can go a long way, and you can kind of balance out between them. So I swear, guys, I'm not doing the yawns on purpose. Yeah, so that's like a real issue that I kind of have with the game right now. I would like to see time be fixed a little bit, which kind of leads me into my next area where I would like to see some changes, and that's going to be Tag Team Arena. I try to do all my tag team arenas. You can see I did them today, right? Today was a day where I actually played a bunch of the game, and I thought I was done and then had Chimera to do. But as part of playing a bunch of the game, I did do my tag team arena battles. I want to do Tag Team Arena. The Bazaar rewards are very, very good. I love to be able to get a Void Shard every couple of weeks and would love to be in gold. I've bounced around back and forth between that. I hit gold long enough to complete my mission. So now I'm in the Bazaar spending mission. But the thing I would like to see is some kind of change for Tag Team Arena, specifically for time. I don't think that 3 teams mode is particularly fun. It's admittedly a little bit lazy, right? You just took the same format and said do it 3 times. And I don't manual these fights. I don't even really pick the teams I just kind of hit go because I just really want to get some gold bars and then get the keys or the rewards from whatever quest is associated with Tag Team Arena. So I would like to see some way to save time here. I mean, I guess I don't understand why it has to be 3, 4, like what about a 5v5 arena? Is that not interesting enough? What about a 3v3? Like that could be, I feel like those are such huge shifts to the meta where you can bring other counters or you have to work around more counters with a 3-man team. So I don't know, maybe something along those lines, maybe just kind of not dump the like keep this part of the game, but just maybe get rid of the tag team part and maybe just call it like 3, micro arena, 3-man arena. I don't know, but because it would save on time and it would maybe allow for some new gameplay a little bit. And of course, there's other things that they could do that are far more complex. I'm trying to keep that. Honestly, that's a little more complex than I wanted to go with, but there are other like even more complex ideas like creating new rules and limitations and doing all these things. But I've talked before that I don't like roster limitations. I don't necessarily like those limiting factors. In fact, we use those limiting factors as a key part of our strategy in Siege, where on defense, we try and do everything we can to create teams that are hard to get past by using the affiliated bonuses and such. So I wonder if anyone even tried. Yeah, so people tried these teams. These limitations really give us an advantage when it comes to defending, and that's a big part of our strategy. So I don't want to see that manipulated in another area of the game that's here. So for Tag Team Arena, I'm mostly looking for a way to save time. That's why I feel like if you were to just change the battles to a different format, but keep the reward system and everything about it, I think it's still unique enough. And I would love to see, some more fun strategy to it rather than just doing the same arena things, just doing it 3 times. Not really my style. And I know it's a big point of contention for a lot of people, but I wanted to kind of voice my opinion there a little bit. One of my biggest requests is already coming, and this will just be a quick reminder. Permanently live arena is coming. I can't wait for the day. I'm actually holding out and going to do live arena once it becomes permanent, just to show my gratitude and my satisfaction. So there's another one that I'm kind of looking for. The next one is kind of a very niche and specific problem that drives me up a wall. Anytime that I am looting from the clan bosses or from my classic arena rewards, if you misclick when you're trying to sell that gear, it sends all of it into your inventory. Now, I checked, I didn't have any currently in there, and my just new is now grayed out because I tested it to check, of course, but I am constantly getting gear that I want to sell sent to in here because of reasons in the game. It used to happen in the Forge. It doesn't happen so often now. Actually, I don't think it happens at all now because of the way that you loot from the quick craft. So I've been able to manage, or I've been able to avoid it now in the Forge, but that drives me crazy when if you're looting your rewards from Hydra, and I don't have any examples right now, but you're picking your rewards and you're click, sell that, and you just click off by the ever tiniest amount, and they all go away, and you've just accepted all of the rewards. That's not what I wanted to do, and it's annoying because once that's done, well, now I need to collect my brutal and hard, and by the time I'm done collecting my brutal and hard rewards, I forgot that I had these other crappy rewards that I didn't want to go into my inventory, and so I just have a piece of 5-star flat stat boots that I would have wanted to sell. So that is a big pet peeve of mine. How to fix it? Don't allow me to click out of it. Boom. Plain and simple. Please fix that. It is one of the more annoying ones that I have to deal with, for real. So the last one is a little bit harder, and don't know how possible something like this could actually be, given the way the in-game systems work. I don't know them, but one kind of pet peeve of mine too is navigating to the point to see my score in a tournament or an event. So I would love to just have more ability to track that information without having to go into the tournament, without having to, into the tournament's tab, and then going into the tournament itself, and then still waiting, by the way, loading. Okay, I have 680 points. Right, I had to go through all of that just to see that I currently have 680 points in this dungeon event. I would really like to see that be a little bit more manageable in some way, even if you just took a step back and put it here, or even if you put it, as some type of information right here, right? This says, they have these little things at the top, like, hey, look, this is for the ×2 Minotaur, or they'll have like X speed or whatever. Is there not a way to put above there, like, how many points that you have? I'm not asking for the whole shebang, like I'm not asking for everything, but just a quick little updater that says, hey, you have 660 points. I may not know that I need 3,500 points, but just to know what my current point total is and be like, oh, okay, I'm so far away from whatever the total is going to be, I'm just going to go ahead and run this dungeon. Instead of being, I don't know if this is just a me thing, but I'll get here and I'll be like, okay, I've got 948 energy. Let's go ahead and run this. We'll do it on 25. I'm about ready to go. Do I have enough energy? Right? RSL Helper's down and I can't make this run continuously, so maybe I want to get a little more energy. Why don't I go check? All right, let me back out. Okay, now into tournaments and go through everything I already did, right? That is a little bit of a thing that I would like to see changed. I feel like that's not too demanding, but again, I don't know the systems. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't want to create more load for the servers or anything like that. It's just something that could be a quick reference point. And I understand there are conflicts here, right? Because you're going to have tournament points and then event points. And if there's a Dungeon Divers and a tournament, so like Fire Knight and a Dungeon Divers at the same time, that's more data, maybe that's going to be too confusing or too complicated. I get it. It's just a lot of extra clicking and work. And I realize, I feel like this is a quality of life issue that also doesn't impact the game as much. When you consider some quality of life issues are like, hey, make this whole area of the game instant, right? Give me instant X battles, give me instant, people were asking in a recent video requesting like, hey, can we have instant Doom Tower battles? Like, and of course the answer was no, right? They want you to have time in the game, and I understand that. But I do feel like navigating to menus is just time that I would love to get back. So maybe my solution is not the best, but if there was a way to be able to manage that a little bit better, I think that would be pretty cool. So those are just a couple of the ideas that I had floating around. Those are just my ideas, but I would love to hear yours. I'd love to react to them. Maybe that's even a two-parter video, right? Because I don't know how many answers I'm going to get. So please consider leaving a comment. Let me know what areas of the game you would like to see fixed. Big areas, little areas. And if you have an idea for a fix, feel free to put that in there too, because I will mention that. So thank you all so much for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Take care.